Good evening, peeps. My name is Tiffany Collins, also known as Tiff Danielle. I am a poet, I am an actress, as well as a professional life coach. This evening, I will be presenting to you one of my newest poetry pieces, which is entitled, It's Time for a Refill. You have to excuse me as I'll be looking back and forth because I literally just wrote it. So I haven't quite committed it to my memory just yet. But have no fear. I'll be reading as well as performing. Here it goes. It's time for a refill. In those spaces you used to call family. In those spaces you used to call friends. Every now and again, we have to spend around in this thing called life. Yeah, I know. You thought you had some ride or dies. Oh, but when that grease gets to popping, they run and hide behind egos, behind pride. It's time for a refill. All you're really seeking is authenticity and reciprocity. But I guess that's too much to ask for. Oh, the hypocrisy. You go out of your way to put out in the universe the type of love, attention, support, affection that you want in return. But instead, you're always left to yearn for the same energy that you put out. It's time for a refill. It is true what they say. What goes around, sure enough comes around. But until you get that refill, you will be bound to your very realistic, but yet others may deem as unrealistic expectations. It's time for a refill. Allow God to bless you with people who truly see your value. It's time for a refill with people who love you just for you. It's time for a refill with those who will reciprocate the love that you show. It's time for a refill with those that will help you develop and grow. It's time for a refill with those who love unconditionally, with those who show consistency, with those that won't leave you hanging because of your deficiencies. It's time for a refill with those that don't view you as competition, with those that you don't have to be in suspicion. Because you all know that there's only one true mission, which is to walk in God's purpose for your life, not to have strife with your brother or sister. It's time for a refill with those who communicate effectively, not leave you wondering pathetically on where you stand. You see, God don't operate in confusion. No. That is how the enemy works. He lurks and prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. You must remember that you have the power and dominion over him. Yeah, that's right. As long as you're rocking with Jesus. It's time for a refill. Go get that refill. God bless y'all.